Welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. How is it going? Happy New Week. Happy New Week. Happy New Week. Happy New Week, guys. How is it going? I'm sharing the live now. I'm sharing the live to the community. Help me share the live, guys. Help me share the live. Yes, BTC did so well from our zone. We had this zone on Saturday. Beautiful one. BTC did so well for us over the weekend. We made some good money from that zone. I still have a very small position holding on BTC actually. But yeah, we are going to analyze BTC, silver, gold, Euro USD. I mean, all the pairs we've been analyzing. We analyze everything today, no worries. By the way, guys, welcome. Happy Monday and Happy New Week. What are your expectations for this week? What are your expectations? How much are you hoping to make this week? Let me know in the comments. How much are you expecting to make this week? What is your target for this week? Ari, good morning. CM, good morning. Your target is $500. Awesome. $1,000. Great. $1,000. $50. What are your profit expectations for the week, guys? 300. Okay. What again? What are your profit expectations, guys? 150, 500, Miss Benjamin. I'm Mrs. Osei, okay, but I make Benjamins. I'm not Miss Benjamin. $500, $250, $300. Awesome. Beautiful. That is great. We are all hoping to make some good profit this week. $1,000. I've seen $4,000 today. That is great. I like how you guys have good taste for profit. It's good. You're not being delusional. You're really speaking it. Don't worry. 800 USD. Awesome. Anyway, guys, we are going to start with the live analysis very soon, but I'll be grateful if you guys could help me share the live to others so we can live trade. Okay, so basically on Monday mornings, what I do is I just come on the live stream and then analyze my zones with you guys. Mostly I'll just analyze them and then come live to trade with you guys, but on Mondays I carry everyone along. Okay, so I come live, then we take the analysis together. We analyze everything from scratch together, and that is the reason why I'm on your screen 8 a.m. on a Monday morning. My name is Abba. If it's your first time here, I come live every morning on TikTok and on YouTube to live trade, and on only Mondays I come live to just do live analysis, right? Tuesday to Fridays I come live for us to live trade only gold. So if it's your first time here, you're welcome. I'm a full-time forex trader and I'm a stay-at-home mom with 2 kids. Okay, now let's see. If it's your first time here, let's see in the comment. If it's your first time, guys, if it's your first time with us, type it in the comment. Just type first time. If today is your first time, type first time in the comment. If it's your first time today, just type first time in the comment. Also, regardless, you're welcome. Fresh Gut, you're welcome. Kobe, second time. Awesome. You're welcome. The doors, first time. Great. Do I have any new first timers? Like any more first timers? You're home. Nice. I like that. I'm home. This live stream is a home. I told you guys, it's home. It's our training home. It's your first time. Okay, Pato Blog, you're welcome. Family member, nice. A great live. I see you. Michael, I see your comment. You're welcome. Sit time. Nice. Awesome. Yesterday's trade was massive. I still have a position on BTC. I'm holding a position on BTC. As at now, I'm still holding some sales on BTC. Crazy one, guys. We had the zone here on Saturday. Was it Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. We came live on Saturday to trade BTC. We had a zone right from here. And since then, market has just dumped massively into our favor. But then we are here for another week. Let's hope we make some money, okay? So let's just check our trades last week on EURUSD and the other pairs. So this is EU. Last week, Monday, we analyzed some pairs, right? On EU, GU, silver, BTC. Let me just pause this song so you guys can hear me well. Or you guys love the music. Should I pause it or I should just continue talking? People tell me the music makes them want to sleep. Anyway, let me just pause it, yeah? Okay, so last week on EURUSD, we had these two buy zones and then we had this sell zone here. If you want, you can go back and check the analysis, the live analysis for last week. You would see it in the live analysis. I also shared this to the community, so if you want to know how we came about it, just go and watch the videos from last week, Monday. So we had these two buy zones here and then we had this sell zone here, right? That was last week. Now, the whole of last week, it bought from this zone, this buy zone we had here, the first one we had here. This first buy zone. Let me close this. Where is it? Price bought from this zone we had here, okay? And then pushed up all the way to this level. And now we have price tapping our second buy zone we had from last week. These zones here have been exactly a week. But then we had price tapping here just when markets opened to this level, right? And then we had is pumping up. Let's see, how many of you took this EURUSD buys? I know some people took it because when I was live trading gold, people were asking me. This went 61 pips, and I think I remember I mentioned that at most you should use about 5 pips for this area. Or if you are adding both zones, maximum you shouldn't go beyond 20 pips. I remember mentioning that for EURUSD. This went about 61 pips. That's if you are risking 5 pips, it went 61 pips. And then the zone from the buy zone from this area, okay? This area here is currently running a little around 50 pips now. How many of you took this trade? Is there anyone who took this trade from last week on EU? I don't trade currencies, so I don't take them. Rarely. How many of you took EURUSD? Let me know in the comments. That makes me know that I'm not analyzing in vain. I have people still taking the setups. How many of you took EURUSD? And I'm doing this for small accounts, those who have small accounts. Okay, so that your $10, your $20, you can trade EU with it. How many of you took this trade? How many of you took this trade on EU? Okay, Zola did. Ola did. Okay. You almost did, but you didn't. Rocky. You almost did, but you didn't. Okay. So this was EU. Let's check on GBPUSD. I think only the sell zone was tapped last week. So we had this sell zone on GBPUSD from last week. This sell zone here. Right? This sell zone we have here. It got tapped with this candle here, broke the zone a little, came back into the zone. Now it's just playing around the zone. So GU, we had our sell zone tapped, but then the buy zone was almost tapped. It also didn't tap. So, I mean, no trade for us. Let's check on silver. Silver, we had just one buy zone on silver last week, and then price reacted from there. That was at this level. Let me cut this off and then show you guys. Oh, okay. So silver, we had price just push up. That was from last week, Monday, the analysis we did. Price just pushed up, came back into the zone. The zone we had down, right? The zone, that's it. Price tapped the zone, and then we had some good reaction from the buy zone on silver from this level before price broke it, okay? So silver also, we had a reaction on the zone. This like a very good move on silver. There's a 1 hour time frame. A very good move. Let's see BTC. BTC, we had a very good one, guys. We've had very good trades on BTC. Let me close this. Where is this? Guys, hold on for me. Let me try and find where this is. Okay, my PC had blocked it. Awesome. Okay, so BTC, how many of you took this trade? We had this BTC set up on Saturday. And yesterday, I don't know, I forgot. Seriously, I forgot this. I wasn't feeling so well yesterday. But then I had this zone that I was going to send it to you guys before I slept off. This small area here for a possible retest before we finally dump. I forgot. I don't know how I forgot this area. Because it kept on sitting there for hours, right? Until eventually market tapped that area. And then we have a dump on BTC. How many of you took that BTC trade? I'm still holding a position on BTC. How many of you took that BTC trade? I know many of you did, because many of you sent screenshots on Saturday. We're all shouting Benjamins. How many of you did? Awesome, awesome. You did up to now. Nice. Means you are still holding. Interesting. But you make sure you take some profits now, okay? Because there are some bullish signs coming in on BTC soon. Me, but I've closed all. Awesome. Made some Benjamins on the weekend. I took it. I did Benjamins. I took it so long. Nice, nice, nice. So many comments. I'm glad you guys made money from BTC. We would have made money from this level here, but then, I mean, that is past and gone. And on gold also, last week, we had just 2 losses on gold. Almost every zone we had on gold last week played out to perfection. Okay, I don't have my gold setups. Let me check if I have any of them down. So this was on Friday, right? Friday we took a couple of trades. We took some buys, we took some sells, we took some buys, and then we had one loss of 42 pips. But both trades went over a little over 400 pips, the 2 trades we took. So Friday was also good. Now let me just delete everything and let's start afresh for the week. Let's start with USD. When I start with gold, you guys will leave the live. Once I'm done with gold, you leave me here alone. But yeah, let's start with USD for those that trade small account. And those are just love currencies to also get something to trade. So on EU, I mentioned last week that most of these USD pairs are giving series of higher highs, higher lows coming in, right? On the higher time frame, they are giving that higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Now, when you come to the 4-hour, when you look at the daily on EURUSD, you don't really see much. But when you come to the 4-hour time frame, okay, you realize that it looks clearer. You have price giving you a high here. Okay, actually, we can even start from the level below. So we had price form a high here. Price formed a low here, pulled up to form a high here, pulled down to form a low here. We had price pull up again to form another high here. Price pull down to form a low here. And currently market is just at this level. So last week, just like last week, we have most of these USD pairs giving a series of higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And possibly they might just be retracing up into an area of interest. Okay, so that's what we are going to be looking out for today. Now we can see EU is already bullish, right? It's bullish on the 4-hour time frame. When you look at the current structure, it looks like it's heading up to a level. Now, when we look at this whole level, you can see every zone here has been mitigated, with this area being the level we had from last week. Okay, it's been perfectly mitigated with these taps in the zone. But then on this whole structure, there's only one area that has been mitigated just yet. That is this other block we have right here. This other block here. Okay, so if there's any form of bullish structure coming in, or any retracement, or any pullback coming in, I'm expecting it to eventually land in this level here. So let's extend the line, or let's extend the zone. It's not a line, it's a zone. Okay, so let's see. So I have my first sell zone here for EU based on the structure, right? Now for buy zone, I don't have anything yet per the 4-hour, but then we have a sell zone here. Let's move on to the 3-hour. Let's look at what market is doing there. Now on the 3-hour, the zone is not so clear. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to refine it on the 3-hour. On the 3-hour, the bullish structure, nothing yet for buys. Guys, if you're watching me, I'll appreciate it if you like the live and then you just double tap, okay? Just like the live and double tap. And also, if you're not subscribing or you haven't followed me, just do all to hit the subscribe or the follow button, all right? Now, when we come to the 2-hour, nothing just yet on the 2-hour for sales. We can't refine the zone we have up here. But for buys, there's a possible area here for buys, okay? We have this other block, markets left. Now, this other block won't be valid until we have this candle closing. That is on the 2-hour time frame. Let's check the 1-hour time frame. 1 hour, we have one candle that has closed already, which is this candle here. So we can extend the zone. Okay, then we have this level here for possible buys. But then we are going to have our famous pivotal level, okay? We're going to have this level as our pivotal level. This area is also good for monitoring just in case market decides to come back to that level instead of the one we have below. You guys know we can have 2 zones. Market will react on one, push up, eventually come back to the other one. So let's have this area here as monitor level. Let me not make it monitoring. Let me make it monitor. Monitor level, okay. So you have this level here for monitoring. And for the sell zone on EU, on 1 hour, I'm going to refine it per the 1 hour time frame order block to this area here. Let's come to the 45 minutes, my favorite time frame. Okay, nothing yet on 45, but let's see the buy zone we had. Is there anything valid there yet? Yes. So on the 45 minutes, I can refine my zone to this order block we have here. Okay, instead of this big zone, we refine it for a smaller stop loss to this order block here. We can still do some more refinement on 30 and 15 and 5. So 30 looks okay. Let's check 15 minutes. 15 minutes looks okay too. It looks okay. But then it's tricky. The reason I'm saying it's tricky is we have one other block below here, okay? And then we have another one also at this level. Now let's measure the whole zone and see. To see if we can add that to our stop loss. So from this level here to the other block we have, the last other block on the structure below is about 13 pips. So if you are taking this trade, meaning that you have to give room for maybe about extra 10 pips for your stop loss, okay? I want us to add both zones, this area here and then this other block. There's another other block, this one. Okay, we can't have two zones close like that. Now, if you are getting confused whenever you're in a trade and you have two zones that are close, okay, do your best to squeeze them as one. And in squeezing them, you also have to do your best to tone down on your lot size, okay? Because if you're adding two zones, it means that you're going to have a bigger zone than usual, and you have to tone down on your lot size. Because sometimes markets may just decide to react from here and not come here. That means that you miss on your move if you're waiting for this area. If market decides to come here, meaning that you also have a bigger stop loss now. So if you are taking the trade from any part of this zone here, tone down on your lot size. If you're using 0.1, just cut it to maybe 0.05 or 0.04, 0.03. Just so that you can have room for this zone also into your stop loss, okay? So let's just make it that way. If you're taking the trade here, this is about 13 pips from here to this level, 13 pips. Give room for extra 10 pips for your stop loss, okay? Extra 10 pips. So let me just take this off. Let's see. 15 minutes, we will have this zone here, okay? And then this buy zone here. But like I said, merge both zones into your stop loss, okay? So we have two zones here. Let's see the sell zone we marked. It's quite a big zone. Let's see if we can refine. We can refine it. Beautiful. We can make some refinements from this zone to this other block here, okay? Just to have a very small stop loss also. No sense in trading if you are not thinking about how much you are risking. This sell zone is valid. Very small stop loss. The whole zone is about 9 pips, no, 8.8 pips. So maximum maybe 15, 20 pips makes sense, okay? The zone is not so big. Or we can even go further to the 5 minutes to see if we can do some refinement from the zone. Let's see the 5 minutes. And guys, if you trade a small account, okay, $10, $15, $50, some of these pairs should be your friend. Someone called it baby pairs. It should be your friend, okay? Should be your friend. Let's see 5 minutes if we can make any refinements from there. If not, we just leave the zone be like how we saw it on the 15. So on 5 minutes, yes, we'd have to leave the zone as we saw it on 15. The 15-minute zone is valid. So on EU, I have these zones, okay? We have this possible sell zone here. I'm going to increase the font for you guys. Possible sell zone, let's increase the font. We have our buy zone, which we are going to merge, okay? Please keep that in mind. We are going to merge the buy zones together. But if you're lucky enough to take the trade, just like last week's trade we had on EU, right? The first zone got tapped 160 pips. The second zone is where price is currently buying from. That is this level here. This tap here, we had this tap in our zone last week. So if you're taking this trade, same thing. In the zone here, you can take the trade with a very small stop loss. If you want to also take the zone separate, also have small stop loss for both areas, okay? This is your USD. It's Richmond on the live, Richmond on the Najwa, or anyone. Just to help with moderating, okay? Answering people's questions for me. So EU, I'm done with EU. I hope EU is clear, guys. Is EU clear? Is Euro USD clear? Which pair? This is Euro USD. Can someone answer for me, please? Is EU clear? YouTube, is EU clear? So we wait and see the market direction. I don't get it. What do you mean, Susan? Yo, you were moving too fast. Oh, really? I was taking my time. Guys, was I moving too fast? Was I moving fast? Let me know so I can slow down, okay? Was I moving fast? I was. Interesting. Okay, I'll take my time. Then. Okay. So that is EU. I'm going to share the setup to the community. So just do all to join the community with the link in my bio. Go to my bio and tap on the link there to join my Telegram channel. I'll share every setup I have here in the community. So that is it for EU. I'm moving on to GBPUSD. Don't worry, I'm going to do gold. Okay, I know you guys are here for gold and BTC. Let's also pay attention to those with small accounts, just in case they want some smaller pairs to trade. Okay, so when it comes to GBPUSD, last week I mentioned that GU wasn't giving any form of uptrend trades, right, on the daily time frame. Just like we see again, it's just gone impulsive. Nothing giving like a higher high, higher low, higher high like we had on EURUSD. GU is just gone impulsively to the upside. Now, there was a break of structure here, okay? You know, price was, price was in a downtrend, okay? Created this lower high we have here. Like on this structure, we had this small lower high from here. But then market ended up breaking that level from here to the upside. Now, when this level was broken, we had this level also left behind for possible retest for buys on the daily time frame. Now, this is a daily zone. Obviously, it's too big. So you guys know what we are going to be doing, right? We are going to refine it. Now, for GU, this was the level we took ourselves from the lower time frame on last week, I mean. So you have this level here. But then this level is where we are going to be refining for buys now. And then we will look for possible sells in the lower time frame from this area, okay? Let's come to the 4-hour time frame. I'm doing my best to slow down now. Now, on the 4-hour, when we check on this whole structure here, the only other block we can see that has been mitigated, we have two of it. We have one here, just like we had on EURUSD, okay? And then we have another one also. We have this here, and then we have this here. Now, ideally, I would go for the lowest order block on the structure, which is this area here. Now, for sales on GU, I have no zone for sales just yet, just the possible buy zone. Let's see the 3-hour time frame. 3-hour, we can refine our zone even smaller to this order block we have right here, okay? Hope you guys can see it. TikTok, is it clear for you? You guys are the reason I keep on zooming in. By the way, I'm also live on YouTube right now. I'm streaming live in landscape. So if you're not seeing well on TikTok, you can head over to my YouTube and then watch in landscape there. I'm live on YouTube also. So we have this order block here for possible buys. Let's see the 2-hour time frame. I want to refine from the 2-hour. 1-hour time frame, we have this area here for possible buys also. But then it's going to be tricky because if I bring it down here, that means that we are leaving this 2-hour order block behind. Let's see 45 minutes. No refinement from there. Let's see the 30 minutes. This zone is tricky. Let me check the 15 minutes. 15. We are going to go for the order block we saw earlier, okay? Let's go for the other block we saw on the 1-hour. Because all the other time frames, not really seeing any clear area from, any clear order block to take you from. Let's take the 1-hour order block and have it this way. Now for sales on the 1-hour structure, okay, market has already tapped the area for possible sales on GU. In this whole structure, this was the zone it left behind. So it would have been a nice zone to zone because price has already tapped there. But I'll just check if we can have some possible confirmations. Then we can take one on GU now. Okay. Let's see the 30 minutes. No confirmation just yet. But on 30 minutes, market might still come back into this level. So let's see. GU might have price coming back into the level again. Into the level. Okay. Let's just wait and see. 15. We can refine the zone we had here even smaller to this small order block we have here. This very small one. So meaning that on GU, you might still wait for a possible retest into this area here, okay? This area here. And then for buys, Our buy zone is way below. Way below. It's going to need some patience. A lot of patience for that buy zone to be tapped. But for now, let's just have our possible sell zone down on GU. So possible sell zone. And bear in mind, overall, with GU, this is the structure we had on the daily for a possible retest. It's a daily zone, okay? The level price broke out of, I showed you guys. So we will have that area down. It's just, there's no area to refine from. Even on the 5 minutes, there's no area to refine from. No area just yet. So let's just stick to the one we had on the 30 minutes, okay? So this is it for GBPUSD. GBPUSD, we have these two zones. And I'm looking at the first sell zone we have, okay? This is going to be a possible buy zone. Guys, we are not liking the live. TikTok 7.7K is very low, guys. Very, very, very low. Just double tap and tell TikTok you like this live. You're learning something from the live, so they should push the live to other traders, okay? If you don't do that, this live is not going to be recommended to other traders. So please do what to double tap. Let's double tap to 50K. Let's double tap to 50K. So that is it we have for GBPUSD. I hope this is clear. Is this clear, guys? On GU, there are many zones here we could take for buys, but then I would want us to use the daily time frame. Okay, the zone we had on the daily time frame to take our possible buys. Is GU clear, guys? Someone said, yes, we are here for gold. No worries, no worries. You still build your knowledge with the other pairs. Awesome, awesome. So we are done with EU. We are done with GU. Let's move on to silver. Let's move on to scary silver. Silver is not scary, guys. This was our zone last week. Just deleted it. The buys played out beautifully. So silver, let's start from the daily time frame on silver. We will do BTC, don't worry. After silver, we are doing BTC, no worries. So this is silver. So on silver, we have price. Price has also broken this area here. Okay, this support level we had here, market has broken it. We have a retest there, and then that's where price is reacting from at the moment. You can tell it's in a downtrend, okay, on the daily time frame. We're having all of these lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. Ideally, we would expect another lower high point on silver. Now on silver, there is one zone I've been waiting for, but price keeps on evading that zone, which is this area here. It's a fresh zone that hasn't been tapped. There's an imbalance there. Market hasn't reacted at that area yet. But on silver, I see something. So with all of the rejections here, I see a tweezer bottom candlestick form on silver, okay? In this hole, it's not a bottom or it's not a top just yet. Okay, I have a way of concluding on my tweezer candlesticks. Until I have a closure above or below the candle, I don't conclude whether it's a tweezer bottom or a tweezer top just yet. Because at that level, it can still change. This same thing can change and drop and be a tweezer top eventually. So it's a candle closure above the bodies here or below the bodies here. That makes me conclude whether it's a tweezer top or a tweezer bottom. I hope that is clear. So for this level, I'm not going to conclude yet. I'm only saying it's a bottom because we have all of these rejections here. Okay, all of these rejections here showing that there's some kind of momentum from there for buyers. Okay, and then we have price also from that tweezer at that same area. That's the reason I'm calling it a tweezer bottom. But I'm not going to conclude yet until we have a closure above here, above this level here for buys, or a closure below this wick or the body here for sales. Okay, let's go to the 4-hour time frame and make sense of what market is doing. So on the daily, this level hasn't been tapped fully. This level hasn't been tapped, but let's move on to the 4-hour. I don't want to conclude on that yet. So in the 4-hour structure, every area seems to have been mitigated. Non-silver, we have a beautiful, 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 beautiful sell zone here. I like the zone because I just saw some confluences inside that same area. Some very good confluences for this area for sales. Now on the daily time frame, we didn't see this area well, but on the 4-hour is giving us a very clear structure. Let's see the 1-hour. Let me just jump to 1-hour. So in the 1-hour, we can just refine our zone to this small order block we have here, okay? Just have a smaller stop loss. Now for buys on silver, It's going to be a tricky one because we have liquidity in this area. But then for buys, this is the only area for buys. It's a risky one because we have liquidity sitting below. Let's have this area for buys. So let's just focus on these two zones just to refine them. Now for the buy zone, we can still refine it even smaller, and the sell zone can even go smaller, okay, to this very small order block we have here. Let me zoom in so you guys can see the order block well. This order block, okay, it's a very small one. Very small one. So that is it. That's the 30-minute order block for silver, and that is where this massive drop happened. That means that this candle had most of the pending orders or the bulk orders being placed on. So if market comes back to that level, there might still be a similar reaction like we saw. Now for the buys, we have this zone that we refined from the 1 hour, but we can even bring it smaller, okay, to this small order block we have here. That is a big jump, but let's refine it to this small order block we have here. It doesn't seem to have been tapped. So we have this zone down for silver. So on silver, I have this zone and this zone here for possible sells and possible buys. So that is it for silver, guys. That is it for silver. Using the sell zone from the higher time frame and then the buy zone from the 4-hour time frame also. Yes, the CPI this week. Possible sell zone. I think it's tomorrow or Wednesday, one of them. Tomorrow, Wednesday. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow. So you have possible buy zone here. And I'll be trading CPI, guys. So just do all to join the Telegram channel so you don't miss it when I'm going live for CPI. So we have this possible buy zone here for silver, and then we have this possible sell zone for silver. Let's just check the 5 minutes quickly to make sure our zones make some sense. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. Is this okay, guys? Is silver okay? Do you understand silver? Don't mind my dog, okay? It only starts barking whenever I come live. Is silver clear, guys? Yeah, but we are going to BTC. After silver, we are going to BTC, and gold is the last pair we'll be analyzing. Is silver clear? Let me know if you have any question. Just go ahead and ask, okay? What time frame? This is currently I'm on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour. Okay, let's move on to BTC. We had such a good one on BTC last week, and I'm still holding some position from the sell zone here. We had this level. We took sells on BTC. Those are joined the live trading on Saturday for BTC. We took our sells from this area here, and the markets dumped massively. Now on the live, we had this massive drop. Price came back to the zone, dropped again. And yesterday, I had this area also for possible sells. I had it in mind to send it to the community because I was already holding a position. I wasn't even going to take this trade, but I forgot, guys. The market just tapped there, and we had this massive rejection to the downside. So I'm going to remove drawings, or let's just use a different chart. Let's use IC markets. So I'm going to delete everything, and let's start from the daily time frame with BTC. And on BTC, just like I had last week, over the weekend, I think on last week Monday, we had this possible buy zone here. Okay, this level market broke out of this area here. The market hasn't tapped. It broke out like a break and retest, simple support and resistance break and retest, right? It broke out of the area, pushed up, and then we are not having any retest in this area. Possibly if market ends up dumping down here to maybe 60,500 or just $60,000, we are going to have some kind of reaction to the upside coming in from that area. But let's check the 4-hour time frame. Now, the 4-hour time frame, same setup I had on BTC last week. On the 4-hour time frame, inside this area we drew for the break and retest, we have this order block sitting inside the zone. Okay? And mostly I like to trade the other blocks. So I'm going to delete the support and resistance, the break and retest zone, and then just focus on the other block we had inside the zone. Because that is a better one to use. So let's extend the zone, and let's have this area here for possible buys. So we have our first possible buy zone. We are going to refine it. Now for sales on BTC, For sales, nothing just yet. Let me just have this level mark for sales on BTC. This level here, but it's not a sure one yet. Let's see the 3-hour time frame. 3-hour, nothing yet for sales, but for the buy zone, yes, we can refine the buy zone to this small order block we have here on the 3-hour. Let's see the 2-hour time frame. 2-hour, same thing. We have this order block we can refine, very small. But let's see the zone for sales. This area seems to have been it's reacted already. I'm looking for possible sales on BTC. And as at now, market is showing some bullish momentum. Okay, I mentioned that when we started the analysis. We have this tweezer form and a candle close above it. But then I'm going to be looking for a rejection or more like a retracement, okay, from this area here, this order block here. We are going to refine that order block also on the lower time frame. So let's extend this. That zone is big, guys. You're going to refine it. And then the buy zone is also below here. It would be nice to have taken some buys from this order block here for BTC. Just because of the candle confirmation and the way I trade the tweezers. Okay, there's a way I just discovered for myself. Nobody taught me how to trade the tweezers. That is how I trade it. I wait for a closure above and then a retest on the tweezer for a push up. But then there's nothing really just yet in that zone. Let's not conclude on this tweezer yet. More like a zone to zone with these two zones. But let's see 45 minutes. 45 minutes, nothing yet for the sell zone. Let's see 30 minutes if we can have a smaller zone here. 30 minutes, nothing really yet for the sell zone. The buy zone too, no refinement just yet. But for the main zone we have below here, we can make some adjustments to it, okay? To this other block we have inside the zone, this particular one. We can have some refinements to that zone. And then for the zones we marked here, this zone is too big, guys. The sell zone is too big. It's too big. It's a good zone, but it's too big. Beautiful. We have a very small one on the 15 minutes we can now focus on. This small order block here. Okay, it will make sense focusing on this zone. And then also the buys from this order block here. So I have a zone here, I have a zone here. More like a zone to zone I'm expecting, okay? Either it taps here, comes here, rejects, or taps here, goes up, and whatever happens afterwards, I don't care, because I'm just trading the zones. The possible zones, like for retracements. Now for the buys, we are going to refine it. This is a 7 minutes time frame, guys. 7 minutes time frame. I'm going to refine it to this small order block on the 7 minutes. And then for the sales, I'm going to refine it to this upper shadow here on the 7 minutes. I'll leave the lower shadow as it is. I'm not going to place any refinement in that zone. Yes, and for 5 minutes, it's perfect. The zone is perfect for 5 minutes. The buys is also perfect on the 5 minutes time frame. Can we go lower? Yes, we can. Okay, so when we go lower, we might just have this level down. Okay, possible sales, possible buys from this area, but then this red line is going to be my focus for the buys. Now for 3 minutes, no area here for sales. 2 minutes, nothing there just yet, but let's see the buy zone on 2 minutes. Let's just leave it as it is, guys. Let's just check the 1 minute also to see what market is doing in there. So 1 minute, yes, I can refine my buy zone on the 1 minute time frame to this small order block here. Now, guys, bear in mind, I've refined my zone all the way from the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30 minutes, and it's still the same zone. The reason I'm refining is not because I love to draw or I love well, in Ghana we have something we call pre-tech, okay? I love to draw on my chart or something. Nah, I'm just trying to refine the zones to have a very small stop loss. And this is the same zone we've had on the 4 hour and the 1 hour and the 30 minutes and 15. But currently I'm on the 1 minute and it landed me inside the zone here. It's still the same zone, okay? But then I still have this zone here. Yeah, 7 minutes time frame is there. I can even give you 27 minutes time frame. This is 27 minutes. What you are seeing is 27 minutes time frame. You can have every time frame once you have the paid version of TradingView, okay? this 21 minutes. There's even the seconds time frame, but I don't have the subscription for that. I did some time ago. It was too fast for me. So you can have the seconds, 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds time frame. You can have 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 52 minutes, 53 minutes. Every time frame you want, you can get it, okay? But then the major ones we focus on are the ones I mostly use. So this 27 minutes, I'm taking it back to 7 minutes. So for the 1 minute, yes, we had our zone. We concluded on this 1 minute order block for our possible buys, okay? So this is our zone for buys on BTC. And then 1 minute, the zone for sales. This is tricky. Zone for sales on 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to refine. I'm taking the big risk to refine it. Even though this is a good zone, I'm going to refine it with the 1 minute. I might not get into this trade because price might just evade us. But let me refine it on the 1 minute just to have a very small stop loss. Because there's still a zone that hasn't mitigated just yet on the 1 minute, which is this level we have here. So that is it. We have done our refinement on 1 minute to have all of these small zones we have now on BTC. Bear in mind, we still have this zone below, okay? This is more like a swing zone, a swing setup. And we are not going to refine it because mostly with higher time frame zones or with zones that are more like possible swing zones, if you try refining them so much, you might not even get into the trade at all. So let's leave it on a 15 minutes order block for this, and then let's just focus on what market does with this zone to zone that we have at the moment. Where is it? Okay, so let's just focus on what we have here. I would prefer to take the buys from this zone, trust me. I would love to take buys from here instead of the sells. I'd love to really take the buys because the structure looks good for some buys. I mean, we had all of this sell over the weekend. We had the sells from here. But then now I'm seeing some possible buys coming in. Okay, ideally from this level. So let's have possible buy zone here. I'd want to be a buyer just today for BTC. But if it gets to the sell zone first, I'm still going to give it a shot. Okay. So let's have the sell zone. Possible sell zone down. Is this clear, guys? With our last zone being this zone we have below, which is way below, but we are still going to have it down, okay? Just in case market gets there eventually, we remind ourselves. But for now, we are focusing on these ones here. Guys, there's another zone, okay? There's just another zone I missed on the 15 minutes. This kind of other blocks, like a shooting star, this kind of other blocks end up reacting massively. I almost didn't see it. It ends up reacting massively on that same structure. Bear in mind, guys, we've gone on this impulsive move over the weekend from the sells we had. This impulsive move, market is just trying to correct itself and then possibly dump again. Now the correction might happen in this zone here or this zone we have above here. Okay, this possible sell zone we have here on BTC. Let me see if we can have some refinement in the zone. No refinement there. On the 10 minutes, no refinement. So it's just a 15-minute zone. We can't refine it any lower. So these are the zones I have for BTC. And from this level, we might look at 64,000. Okay, from this zone here, 64,000 would be ideal. Is it okay, guys? Is this okay? Is BTC okay? Hopefully, we get into the buys. Hopefully, we get some miracle and price ends up coming down here for the buys. I'm getting requests for GJ. Sure, we will do GJ, don't worry. Okay, so we've done Euro USD, we've done GBPUSD, we've done silver, we've done BTC. I'm moving to gold, then we will do GJ for those that want GBP, JPY, okay? Now for gold, this is what we had on gold. This is 8 cap. Let me use FXCM. So let's start on the daily time frame with gold. I'm also here for gold, guys. Gold is my favorite pair. That is how I'm the gold mother. Gold is the pair I trade only. Now on gold, let's try to understand something gold is doing, okay? Let's try to understand something. It might not be the exact thing, but let's try to understand this structure here. So we have something like this, okay? Market dropped, pulled up, dropped a little lower, pulled up somewhere here. Now back here, and then we might be expecting two things. This is a structure. This is the same thing I've drawn. Okay, from this cell here to the push up to the drop to this and then to that's what we have here. Now there are two things that could be happening. This could be a double bottom, or it's a double bottom, right? This area we have here on gold could be a possible double bottom we are having. Not to conclude yet because the structure is bearish. Okay, we have this double bottom here, and then we have price reacting or closing inside this level here. There's been no candle closure outside of that support level. Okay, so we can conclude it's a double bottom. Now, with this breakout of the zone, we had price breaking out of this level here. Let me delete this. We have price breaking out of this level here, okay? And then we have price currently retesting that same area. So let's say we have something like this also. I'm trying to just draw everything down for you to see. We have more like a breakout and then possibly a retest, okay? That is what we might be having on gold as at now. Now, we are not going to be concluding just yet, because if you also realize we are having some form of higher highs and higher lows form. We have a high form here, okay? We have a low here. We have price put out to form a high. We might possibly, it's not concluded yet. It's not concluded yet. We might possibly have price giving us a low here. And then maybe we have price giving us a high here. But then we are going to go to the lower time frame to see if that is really what market is trying to show us, okay? Let's not be deceived. Let's go to the lower time frames and then see what market is trying to do with that whole structure. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour is going to make things clearer for us. On the 4-hour, we can still tell we are having some bullish structure also in the market, right? We have price pull up to form a high here. We have a low here, a higher high here, a higher low, a minor higher high here, a higher low here, put up to form a big higher high, and then we have a double bottom here, and now price is failing to create new highs, okay? That is what we are having now. But then on this structure also, like I said, price is failing to create new highs. On this structure we have here, we are having a series of lower highs, lower lows. So to determine where price is going to be a hard one now, unless we are just going to be using the zones that price might possibly retrace from. Because if you look at gold on the daily time frame, per my understanding, is looking bullish just with this structure here. But then overall, we have markets being bearish. Okay, so if there's anything, the lower time frames will let us know where price is possibly retracing to. So on the 4-hour, we can have our first zone for possible retracement at this area here. This other block we have here for the first possible retracement. And then we have this level here for possible buys, okay? Just in case market decides to come back into the same level it was rejecting from on the daily time frame. Because in this whole structure, we don't have any area for mitigation. And bear in mind, 2 weeks ago, we caught the sales from here. From the whole, where is my 2? From this whole area, we had the sales from here. That was last 2 weeks. We caught the sales right from here, okay? On the daily time frame, right from this level. But for now, the only structure we are seeing for possible sales is this area we have here. This zone that we have here, okay? And then this area here. So we are going to focus on these two zones for today. Tomorrow, we are going to focus on these two zones to see what markets will do. Let's see the 3-hour. That zone is also perfect. A tweezer, a dump, and then possibly a retest into that same area. And then we go down. For the buys, is also valid. So I'm looking at something like this. That is, if everything plays out, more like we tap here, okay? We come down here. Maybe we retrace and then we dump or we push up. It's either what I'm looking at. But either way, these are the two zones I'm expecting that whole move to happy within, like that range. Let's move on to the 2-hour time frame. 2-hour time frame on gold, we will refine our zone to this small other block we have resting beautifully here. And then for the buys, we are going to have this zone we have here, okay? Let's see the 1-hour time frame. So 1 hour for buys, also exact with the 2-hour zone we had, this area here. Let's see the 45 minutes. We can even refine it lower to this 45-minute order block here. Now, I know there's a gap on gold, but FXCM, they didn't give that gap. But when you check other brokers, yes, the gap is on. So afterwards, we check those gaps on other brokers and just see how we can also find out where to get our possible entries from. So for the buys, we will refine it to this order block here. If you've been trading me for a while, by now you should know when I say order block, you should know what they mean, okay? Because I always explain it whenever I'm teaching. So we have this area here for possible sells on gold. And then we have this area here for possible buys on gold. So this is a range I'm expecting every move to happen within, okay? More like we tap here first and then we dump, or we tap here first and then I don't know what market is going to do, but either way I'm expecting a reaction here and then a reaction here also. You guys know I trade zone to zone, right? That is what I'm expecting. So 30 minutes, that zone is also valid, okay? The sells here are valid on 30 minutes. Let's see 30 minutes for the sell zone. Also, okay, the zone is still within the 30 minutes order block. On 15 minutes, 15, every zone seems to have been mitigated, but we will leave the 15-minute zone as it is. Let's check the 10 minutes to see that same buy zone. Guys, I'm going to be sharing this to the community, okay? So just tap on the link in my bio and then join the Telegram channel so that you don't miss it whenever I'm sharing these setups. So for the 10 minutes, we'll just stick to this order block we have here. Let's see the 7 minutes. 777. 7 minutes is also exact, okay, with the 10 minutes order block. 5 minutes. Let's check the buy zone well on 5 minutes. So 5 minutes, there's really nothing to do on 5 minutes. Let's go back to 15 minutes for the sell zone we had. 15-minute zone is also exact for the sales. Let me check 5 minutes. Beautiful. So we have this zone here for possible sales on gold. That is my final conclusion with my setup. So possible sales on gold here. Might have some retracements from here, okay, as price is pushing up. Some slight retracement. But then the main zone is what we are going to have above this area here. 10 minutes. Yes, we'll have this zone down, guys. I'll trade this zone. I'll trade this sell zone on gold. This sell zone here, I'll trade it on gold, okay? So I'll have that zone down. Let's see 3 minutes to see if we can refine it. 3 minutes. Let's bring it up here. 2 minutes. Let's see the 1 minute. So 1 minute, let's leave the zone as it is, guys. I'd love to bring it to this. Okay, let's just refine it on the 1 minute because this whole area will be big. So this area I have on gold on the 1 minute is about 20 pips. This 22 pips on 1 minute is really good. It's good. But then my fear, the reason I was saying let's not refine it is we have this area here too. Okay, this other block inside the zone here. Now let's measure that whole zone to see if we can take some risks there. This is 40 pips. Meaning if you're going to be taking this trade, we might use a little above 90 pips, okay? Because 40 pips, we need like an extra 40 pips room, something like this on gold for our stop loss. So if you're taking the if you're taking the trade from this level, we need about 90 pips stop loss on gold, okay? 90 pips, guys. That is huge, but that is gold for you. And for the one we have above here, this is a very good zone I'm still going to be looking at. So this is what I have on gold. 2 sell zones and then the buy zone that we have below here. I love all the zones on gold today. They are zones I would mostly want to trade. The kind of confidence I want, that is what I'm getting on these gold zones. Especially this one here doesn't look bad. But then my favorite one is the one I have above here. Okay, that looks very good. So we have a possible sell zone here on gold. We have this possible sell zone here. And then we have a buy zone below. Let me just change it to possible buy zone. But there's something about those that trade with me mostly. You guys know I can change my buyers on gold at any time. If I leave my PC in the next 1 hour, market has changed everything I saw. I also change my buyers quickly. Okay, we are not so strict on the zones. If markets decide to change structure, we also have to adjust and also change. Okay, so these are my zones on gold as at now. If I'm monitoring and anything changes, you guys know I'm going to update you in the community. But as at now, these are the zones that I'm going to be trading on gold. In about an hour from now, I'll be going live on TikTok and on YouTube to live trade only gold like we do on the regular. So these are the zones we are going to be looking out for on gold. I hope gold is clear. Is gold clear? Is it clear? This looks good. This sell zone here, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I hope it doesn't disappoint. I love this sell zone here. I love it. I love it. I'll be taking gold from here, this area here. Let's hope it fetches some good reaction. Okay, all clear, awesome. I have done GU already. I've done GBPUSD. It's not showing the numbers. Don't worry about that. Okay, I'm going to share the setup to the community right after this live. We are ending very soon. I'll be sharing the setup there for you, okay? Join the Telegram channel so that you don't miss it when I go live. And guys, there are so many scammers online, on TikTok and on Telegram. It seems as though they've created like thousands of channels and TikTok accounts in my name. Make sure you are joining with only the link in my bio. If you go ahead to join through you go on Telegram and you search for me there, be sure you're going to see trading communities that have like 90k. I don't have 90k subscribers, but then you see communities that have bigger groups and you might think that is my group, but that is not mine. They will end up scamming you. The way to know if a group is a scam group, when you go in the group, they're asking for investment. You see them posting, someone posting, thanks, I did my investment and I made this and I made that, and thank you guys. That is something that should alert you that this is a scam group. They'll be posting profits of crypto cents and blah blah blah, and they've sent money and somebody invested and they made $2,000. That is not me. Whichever group you see doing investments, it's a scam group. They post it and they pin it boldly in the community that they are doing investment. They are scammers. Don't fall for that, okay? Even if you don't know anything, you still can't find my group. Once you see investment in the group, that is not me. If you come to my channel, you will see signals, you will see setups like, you guys know my setups already. My setups, you see my blue and black candles like this. You see my zones. If you traded with me for a while, you know how my zones look like, my setups look like. If you see it and it's not that shouldn't be the community to join, okay? And on TikTok, I know people are messaging you, I'm Abatrace. They are not the ones, okay? Please don't fall for that also. The copy trader is going to be running very soon. I'm still testing it, like I said. I'm still testing it. It's monies that will be at stake, so I have to test it with the live account to make sure it's running well. So don't worry, I'm going to update when the copy trader is ready. For now, it's still in testing. I'm testing with a very small account, a live account, and the account is growing from last week's signals. It's been with a live account. So don't worry, once it's ready, I'm going to let you guys know. Now for the mentorship program, it's starting this weekend, yes. I've been saying it for over a month now. The mentorship class is finally starting this weekend. So if you want to join the class, it's a 3-month class, guys. We are going to start this July. We'll be in August, September. So you're going to have the class for 3 months from beginner, intermediate, and advanced. If you don't know anything about trading, you are new, you don't even know what Forex is, this is the class for you. If you have been trying to be profitable, you don't know how to analyze, you don't know how to stay disciplined in the market, this is the class for you. Mentorship is not only about teaching you about technicals and using TradingView and all of that. No, it's about helping you build on your discipline, your psychology. That is what mentorship is about. You can know all the charts, you can know how to analyze and even get banger trades. But if you haven't mastered your psychology yet, it's all trash. Sorry to say. So just do what to join the mentorship. I'm going to help you work on all of those things, okay? That is it, guys. And also, yes, if you use XNES, last week we had very good trades in the VIP. The week before we had just 1 loss. Last week we had just 2 losses on all the trades we took. This week we go again, right? And I send every single trade I take to the XNES VIP and my paid VIP members. So I have a paid VIP and I have a free VIP group. If you use XNES, you can join the VIP for free. You don't pay any subscription fee. It's for free for a lifetime once you use XNES. So if you have XNES, don't sleep on it, okay? Join the XNES VIP group on Telegram. Just WhatsApp the number on your screen and just say, hey, I'm about to join your XNES VIP group. Or just type XNES VIP, okay? And I'm just going to add you to it. If you're in Europe and you can't join a VIP because you don't have XNES, you have 2 options. You can join the paid VIP, or I'll give you another option to join the VIP also. So that is it, guys. I'll be going live very soon around 10 a.m. to live trade the zones I have on gold. So hope to see you guys there. And yeah, take care, guys. Make sure you protect your account this week, okay? Don't blow your account. It's your most cherished asset. The most important thing in your life this week is your trading account. Hold it with all the discipline you can, with all the best psychology you can. Okay, if you think you have itchy fingers, you can't stay away from your account, or you are just taking random trades, do what to join my live trading. Okay, with that, we wait for the zones. We don't go ahead to just click any area that comes on our charts. We wait for the zones. Or you can join the XNS VIP, so you don't need to stress, and you wait for only my signals also. It's for free. Okay, that is it, guys. Unless you have a question, DJ, it's unfortunate, but guys, we've done 1 hour. The live analysis is supposed to be for 1 hour. Okay, we've already done 1 hour already. So DJ, I'll do best to analyze that, and I'll send it to you guys. Okay, I'll send you guys. DJ, I'll send it, Lady Tender. I'm going to send it to the community. Okay, it's a promise. I'm going to send it to the community. I'll send it to the community, guys. If I don't send DJ, someone should remind me that I promised Lady Tender that I'm going to send DJ to the community. Okay, I'll send it to Telegram. Yes, I'll share it in the group. Every setup, I'm going to share it on BTC, Gold, Silver, USD, and GU. I'm going to share it to the Telegram channel. Okay, that'll be it, guys. See you shortly in about an hour from now, and peace out, guys. Take care and happy week. Bye. Someone is still calling me Miss Benjamin. My name is Abba, okay? And I make Benjamins. My name is not Miss Benjamin. But that sounds like a nice name, Miss Benjamin. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you guys shortly. Bye.